G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drux Milan Unboxing. We've got a lot of boxing going on around the world Saturday night. I've talked about the card in Uzbekistan, which features Akhmadaliev and our own African brother Imani Colombo against Israel Madrimov. But in Dubai at Caesars, strange how we have a Caesars now in Dubai as well, not only in Vegas, Carl the Jackal Frampton will attempt to do something that no other Irish fighter has done before him, and that is to become a free weight division world champion. And he's got his work cut out for him because he's up against the 22 and 2 ex-US Marine veteran Jamel Herring. Now Jamel Herring is a very tall, rangy, southpaw, tricky fighter. He has those 2 losses on his record. He's an ex-US Olympian. He was a captain of the US Olympic team. And he won his first 15 pro fights. Then he ran into trouble, got stopped at 8 rounds by the 3-time world title challenger Denis Shafikov. Then dropped a decision to Ladarius Miller, and then got on to winning ways, change of trainers. 3 wins got him a world title shot against Masayuki Ito. And he surprised everyone by causing an upset and outpointing Ito to win the WBO world title. Has made 2 defenses of that title. And now he dares to be great, and he wants to take on a big name, and that's Carl Frampton. Now Frampton is 28-2, 16 knockouts. He's only lost twice in his career, and he has had a stellar career. You know, he began by winning the IBF Junior Featherweight title, appointing Kiko Martinez. He unified that, made a couple of defenses, unified by beating Scott Quick, another UK star, to add the WBA belt. Then he stepped up, went to America, and appointed Leo Santa Cruz in a great fight to become the WBA featherweight champion of the world. That was probably his finest night, his crowning glory. He lost his featherweight title in a rematch to Santa Cruz, where Santa Cruz changed tactics a little bit more to box more with Frampton and use his height and reach. And since then, he hasn't fought that often. But he did pick up an interim belt by outpointing Filipino star Nonito Donaire, which looks more and more impressive if we see that effort that Donaire put in the World Boxing Super Series and that great fight he had with a monster Naoya Inoue. But then he failed in his challenge for another featherweight title against countryman Josh Warrington. He was hurt in that fight, he was staggered a couple of times. Warrington, workhorse where he is, simply just outworked him. And since then, Frampton has won 2 fights against so-so opposition. Didn't look that great, but he still is Carl Frampton. He's a good boxer, puncher. He's got quick hands. He at that elite level, I don't think he's a big power puncher. Definitely not in the heavyweight division. But I think he does hit hard enough, especially to the body as well, to get your respect. Now, Jamel Herring, he has been stopped before, he has been hurt before. He can be hurt. He hasn't got an iron jaw, although that was at lightweight. You know, he's fighting in the lower weight division, junior lightweight now. And there's also a bit of question marks how well he makes the junior lightweight limit, because he is a tall guy. I think it must be a squeeze for him, whereas it's not for Frampton. So, who wins this fight? I think Jamel Herring. He's a difficult style for Carl Frampton. This is a tall, rangy guy. When Leo Santa Cruz used those advantages, he gave Frampton a lot of trouble. Herring is a guy that pops that jab, and then works you over with long lefts from his southpaw stance to the body. If he gets into he has to be on the inside, like he showed against Lamont Roach. He can flurry and gets out of it, but he fights to his physical advantages, which is his height and his reach. And if it's a boxing match at a controlled pace in the center of the ring, Frampton's not going to win that fight. That's not going to happen. He's going to have to be able to get in and get out, and get in and get out. Now, Herring has 10 knockouts in his 22 wins, so he's not a big puncher. I don't think he's really going to hurt Carl Frampton. I doubt if we'll see that. But I do think Frampton, I can't see him stopping Herring, but I think he can do enough to get his respect. And I think this will be, Frampton once had one last great performance to put him at least in the Irish record books. Pity this can't be held in Belfast, Ireland. But I just think Carl Frampton has been an elite fighter, definitely a few years back. He no longer maybe really is, But it's a difference between just a very good fighter in Jamel Herring, who's turned his career around a little bit, and against a close to elite or in his prime elite fighter in Frampton. And I think the long range, the jab, the left, and the occasional flurry, you're going to need a bit more to deal with Frampton. You're going to have to fight in spots like Leo Santa Cruz did, and you're going to have to have a very high volume that Josh Warrington is. So Josh Warrington is a completely different fighter than Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring's blueprint should be more or less in the second Leo Santa Cruz fight. But if pushed, I think it's going to take Frampton a while to work out that long reach of Herring. But you know, if you put Herring on the back foot, as we've seen in his losses, if you hit him a couple of times, I don't think he likes out and out slugfest too much. I can't see him going through those gritty spots as well as Leo Santa Cruz has. He is a long range boxer, so I think Frampton will get on the inside. He will tag him a couple of times, hit him to the body, and I think that will throw Jamel Herring just off his game enough that Frampton will start coming on and win enough rounds in the fight to just eke out a very competitive 2-point fight. So I'm going to go with a Jackal to make history and get by Jamel Herring. It's a pick 'em fight because of a stage where Frampton is at in his career, a higher weight and Herring's momentum, but they're more or less the same age, 34, 35. So I think that evens things out, and I do think that Irish eyes will be smiling. Jamel Herring will give a good account of himself, but I think Frampton is going to win a close one in Dubai. Until we see each other again, please remember to give the channel a like and a subscribe, and keep those gloves up.